Alright guys, give you an update on where we were at today. I made a video from today's class, but it was a lot of work time in class, so I didn't want to bog you down with having to watch a 40-minute video of mostly them just working. So I'll give you a quick recap of the day. In your drive, there is a page known as Internet Links page, and on the Internet Links page there are two new links. There's the the Lowell Mill Girls Go on Strike article, and there's the Lowell Mill Girls flyer. First thing we did, we read about the Lowell Mill Girls Go on Strike. We read about that. You guys can go ahead and read that. And then we opened up the flyer. Also, I've emailed you this document. It is an A parts document, or AP parts, however you want to say it. This is a strategy of breaking down documents for your DBQ, for writing your DBQ and breaking down those primary source documents. I also emailed you this, the worksheet, from which you can put all of your A parts material on it. So you all have a copy of that. Go ahead and move it to Notability so you can write on it when we get there. We read the article about the Lowell Mill Girls going on strike. We talked about them going on strike, talked about the strike not succeeding, the fact that the girls did not win. The strike was broken up, dissolved, and they did not get some of their demands, the shorter work day and the increase of wages, because their wages have been cut by so much. Then we turn our attention to the flyer. The flyer, we did the A parts breakdown. So you guys can open up the flyer and fill out one of these worksheets for it. Talk about the author, who wrote it. If it's not explicit in it, just generalize who would be the one to post that poster. Who would be the one to do that? That'll be your author. Place and time, you don't have to be real specific. You can give me a year, that's fine. I'm going to skip prior knowledge for right now. Audience, who's the one that the flyer is meant to give information to, and this is the same for all your other documents. Who's the audience in it? The reason, why was this document created, for what purpose? The main idea is kind of similar to the reason. The main idea would be what is the content that it's trying to portray. Going to be the same for most of them. There's a few that might be a little bit different, but for the flyer it's the same. In the significance, why is this important? For all the other A parts, you have to be in the document in the time period. For significance, you have to take a step back and then look at it and say, why is this important? Why am I looking at this? Why was this document picked? What's the significance? So what? Answer those type of questions when you want the significance. Going back to the one I skipped, prior knowledge. Prior knowledge is anything that you know about the event, the issue, the time period, when this document was created, or any other piece of information outside of the document. And this is very important in your DBQ, because when you write your DBQ for the test, you have to include outside knowledge of the event or the time period. You have to. It's out of 9 points, and the best you can score if you don't put outside information is a 3, which is not passing. You have to get outside information. So prior knowledge, when you do the flyer, I set you up for success by making you read the article first. So make sure you read the article first, because some of that article information can be used as prior knowledge for the flyer. See where I'm getting at? After we're done with that, we moved on to actually looking at some of the documents for our DBQ that we're going to be writing next week. It's found in the back of your book. I know most of you didn't pack your book. That's okay. I sent you an email scan PDF of the DBQ and the documents. I don't know the quality. Let me know if you guys have trouble looking at it. I can try and get you a better quality picture. But what we did is we started to break down A, B, and C. And it's took a little while since this is our first A parts breakdown. So there are a bunch of questions. If you guys have questions, email me over the weekend. I'll try and respond to them as quick as I can. I'm doing a pumpkin carving with my family, so whenever I get the chance, I'll get back with you. But we started to break down A, B, and C. Most of the students only got to A, and most of them didn't finish. So as homework, and as the homework email you guys have probably already read, I've assigned you to complete A, B, and C as homework over the weekend for the A parts breakdown. In class on Monday, hopefully you'll get a better feel for A parts. In class Monday, they will be breaking down D, E, and F as our 6 documents. And then we're going to work on our thesis statement. We're trying to figure out our position for the DBQ and get started writing the DBQ by Tuesday, hopefully. At least that's what I'm looking forward to do. So any outside reading you guys can do, rereading the end of 14, the beginning of 15, anything that has to do with women during this time period and their changing roles, okay, that's important. The question from the document, from the scan, is in there. It's in bold. So take a look over the question while you're reading. Try and filter out some information for you to use for your DBQ. Again, outside information. If you don't bring any in, you will not get a passing score. You got to bring in outside information. That's the way it is for the test. It's the way it's got to be. So that's all I got for you guys. Hope you're really enjoying Germany. Send us some emails every now and then for our class. Get us some pictures. Let us know what you guys are doing. We missed you. See you guys.